Before we begin, please imagine the bell notification is on and you're subscribed to Huna Stories. The text came at 9:14 a.m. Hey, just a heads up, there's no room for you on this year's Christmas trip. We had to cap it. Sorry. I read it twice. Not because it was confusing, because it wasn't. I typed, okay. I erased it. I typed it again. There are families who argue, families who implode, families who say terrible things and then apologize over pie. Mine specializes in omission. They don't exclude you with fire, they exclude you with logistics. There's always a reason. Limited beds, tight budget, rental capacity, someone's friend joining, and every year I tell myself it's circumstantial, not structural. An hour later, my mother posted photos. Matching flannel pajamas. My brother and his wife, their kids, 2 cousins I didn't know were coming, my aunt from Ohio, even the Labrador was wrapped in a plaid scarf. The caption read, "Whole family together at last." I stared at the dog longer than anyone else. The thing about patterns is that they don't hurt the first time. They ache over time. You start noticing how often your chair is the folding one brought in from the garage. I didn't comment. I didn't text. I closed the app. And then I opened a travel site. I didn't choose somewhere dramatic, no revenge backdrop, just a small coastal town 3 states away. Quiet off-season rates. Ocean in December. Gray, not cinematic. I booked 4 nights. I didn't tell anyone. The house I rented smelled faintly of cedar and salt. There were mismatched mugs in the cupboard. The heater clicked loudly before settling. On Christmas morning, I walked to the shoreline. No crowds, no coordinated outfits, just wind pushing at my coat. For the first time in years, I wasn't calculating when to arrive, what gift might smooth tension, how long I needed to stay before leaving wouldn't look rude. I bought myself breakfast at a diner with cracked vinyl boots. I ordered without checking anyone else's preference first. I posted 1 photo that afternoon, just the horizon, no caption. I didn't expect anyone to notice. They did. The group chat started vibrating around 3 p.m. Where are you? Why didn't you tell us you were going somewhere? We tried calling the rental company and they said you canceled something. That last message was from my brother. I stared at it for a while before responding. Every year I booked the Christmas house, not because anyone appointed me, because I'm good at details, because I compare prices, because I put the deposit on my card and everyone pays me back eventually, because if I don't, the house ends up with 3 beds and someone sleeping on an air mattress. This year, when my brother texted me that there wasn't room, I canceled the reservation I had quietly placed in October, the one no one had asked me to make, but everyone assumed I would. I didn't make an announcement, I just removed myself from the mechanism. They found another place, smaller. Apparently the heating system failed Christmas afternoon. I typed carefully. You said there wasn't room for me. The typing bubbles appeared immediately, disappeared, appeared again. That's not what this is about, my mother wrote. It was exactly what it was about. My brother called. I let it ring once before answering. What's going on? He asked, like I'd committed an error in judgment. You told me I wasn't coming, I said. We didn't mean, you know how tight it gets. You could have said something. I looked out at the water through the rental's wide front window. A gull stood stubbornly against the wind. You didn't ask. Silence. Not explosive, just unfamiliar. What are we supposed to do now? He asked finally. There it was. Not, are you okay? Not, did we hurt you? Not, why does this keep happening? Logistics. I imagined the cold house, the crowded living room, the mild inconvenience, the subtle panic when no one knew the Wi-Fi password because I was the one who usually saved it. You'll figure it out, I said, and I meant it without malice. That night, my aunt sent me a private message. Your mom is upset. She thinks you're trying to make a point. I didn't reply because I wasn't making a point. I was making space. There's a difference. When you spent years being the optional piece, you start shrinking preemptively. You say no before anyone can. You volunteer for background roles. You convince yourself that being needed administratively counts as being wanted emotionally. On my second day there, I realized something uncomfortable. No one had ever explicitly told me I didn't belong, they just never made room, and I kept compensating for that absence with effort. The group chat quieted by the next morning. Someone had found space heaters, someone else had extended their stay at a hotel nearby. Photos resumed. Smiles looked slightly strained but presentable. My mother posted another caption, "Family is everything." I didn't react to that one either. Instead, I booked the same rental for next December, not as a statement, as a reservation. If they ask me next year, I'll decide then. Not out of habit, not out of fear, not because someone needs a credit card on file, because I want to. When I drove home after 4 days, the house felt different, or maybe I did. My brother called once more that week. "You could have told us you weren't booking it," he said, quieter this time. "You could have told me I was included," I answered. Another silence. Not resolved, not repaired, but no longer tilted entirely in one direction. He hasn't texted about next Christmas yet. I'm not waiting for him to. And that, more than the ocean or the empty diner or the canceled reservation, is what feels